This deck has caused me nothing but rage when I faced it, so it's my turn to absolutely spam some cards at the river, spam a bunch of magic archers, and win some Clash Royale games, so let's hop in. Now, not often do I become a meta spammer and abuser, but man, today is going to be one of those days. I just got to get the anger out of my body by playing this deck, and the absolute pressure this deck provides, oh my gosh, it's almost like hyper bait in a way. It reminds me of it with just how much spam you can do in single elixir, but this guy's got a cage, so it makes me think maybe like recruits. Never mind, he goes for a golem straight up in the first play of the game, basically right there. That's fine, I guess. Also a bar barrel, so pretty much all of his elixir bar and the wall breaker is still connected, so I'd say that's a decent mistake from him. And now he doesn't really have much elixir at all. He could maybe go Night Witch if he has it. Yeah, he does. So realistically, even if he has a lightning spell, which probably he does in a golem deck like this, I'm just going to go for the bomb tower early, and there's no way he can lightning this. I mean, if he does lightning that, like on bare minimum 0, or like right as soon as he gets 6 elixir, it would be a horrible play because, of course, I already have it defended. Wow, he straight up lightnings the Marcher as soon as he can. That is not the play either. Let's go for the Fire Spirit like this. The Recruit's going to clean up that Golemite, and of course, we can just go for the Wall Breakers. Now, I've noticed ever since they did that Golem buff where they made it, like, do more damage or something, I don't know if that was the buff. I think it was. This card has been nasty. I'm going to go for the Bats Miner on the left-hand side. Does he have anything for this? He has Baby Drag. That sucks. Okay, so NATO, Baby Dragon, Golem Lightning. Definitely, I'd say a pretty hard matchup for this deck because even though you can get some cheap, good damage with like Wall Breakers and stuff occasionally, it's not very consistent. He also has Tornado and Bar Barrel, which are two of the best spells to counter the deck that I currently have, but I still think we can win because the deck is that strong as long as I have decent pressure on top of him. He's also named Top Ladder Menace, so, you know, I can't be losing to no Top Ladder Menaces here. He could go for a Golem in the back again. He does exactly that, so kind of just gonna go Wall Breakers. I don't know if this is a smart play or not, but I wasn't just going to drop down like a bomb tower early. I feel like that's the wrong play as well. This deck thrives on offensive pressure, so I just got to find ways to do so. Now, the best way to pressure is Marcher at the bridge, but against this deck specifically, I don't think Marcher at the bridge is going to be a smart play a lot of the time. Maybe later in the match I'll go for one. Dude, what is this guy's deck? He's got double dragons as well. Kind of a really weird golem deck. Let me predict the lightning here. Oh, perfect prediction. And now my magic archer, is just going to sit here and get infinite value. So I'm going to go for the Berserker up top as well. That Golem does not pop on my tower, which is perfect. That I can just go for the Minor Wall Breakers once more on the left-hand side. Keep the pressure on. The Goblin Cage evolution does come down, but that's completely okay with me. We can go for a second Magical Archer and really start controlling the map in this aspect here. He does go for the Barb, so I'm just going to go for the Fire Spirit like this. The other Marcher helps out with that, and the Magic Archer army is staying alive on the map. This is all I wanted right now, for multiple Marchers to be on the map and him to be having to struggle and overcommit on them. So another NATO comes down on defense. That's perfect for me because it's not allowing him to go for any golem pushes, and you can already see why this deck is so frustrating to deal with, right? If from the opponent's perspective. So let me go for the Miner on the tower as well with these Evo Bats. Evo Bats are definitely the underrated aspect of this deck. If they don't have a spell for them, it's just like, wow, this card gets infinite value. Look at that one bat on tower, by the way. Just like I said, that's still going. That might even take his entire tower. Let me go for the Marcher at the bridge. That bat plus this Marcher, GG, man. This deck is broken. Up against Freaky Gonli in this next one. Gonna go for the early split Wall Breakers. Probably the best play with this deck. A giant first place, so it looks like we are facing some very skillful individuals as well here today. And honestly, I can't be the only one that's noticed this. This season is just everyone doesn't care anymore. Everyone is going so offensive, and it's just absurd to witness. And I hate it personally. I'm not an offensive spammer in the first 30 seconds most of the time. Today, of course, is an exception because we are playing this deck. But oh my goodness, Skeleton Dragons again, which honestly are really good against my deck that I currently have. Let's go for the Miner on defense right there. I don't really have anything for the Dragons at all. They might just take like half my tower, which is pretty epic, of course. Let's go for the Bats as well on top of this Lumberjack and the rest of those Dragons. And honestly, that could have gone a lot better, but it also could have gone a lot worse. We could have lost our entire tower. At least we're only half of our tower gone, which sounds stupid. He's got a Barbarians? What in the world is going on ladder today? Barb's Giant Prince with Skeleton Dragons for some unknown reason. I mean, how heavy is his deck? Holy smokes. Anyways, I think we're in quite the bad spot now. I'm not sure exactly what he has in terms of spells, besides, did he already zap? I think he already zapped, but I can't remember actually. My dementia's kicking in at the early age of 22 again, but it's okay. So I'm just going to wait for him to make the play right here. I need to save up elixir. We're down like 3, as you could tell by the way he just gianted right there. I'm going to go Minor Berserker. I want to force out the Prince because if I let him Prince behind again, I lose the game. So even though we are putting ourselves down in elixir, I think it's going to be okay because I do have Evolution Bats, and if he doesn't instantly spell these, they're going to cook him. So I'm going to go for the Bats now, then go for the Bomb Tower like this right now. He has a Wizard. Dude, I could not even tell you what this guy's deck is. It is crazy. So let me just Delivery on top. We are going to, like I said, take some damage from that Prince. It is what it is. That Giant should not connect to our tower, right? Yep, perfect. Then I can just go for a late Berserker to go ahead and distract both of those. And then I think the play here is probably Wall Breaker's Kite. If I Bats, they're just going to be useless, so might as well get a little bit of pressure out of those wall breakers. And overall, all things considered, that could have gone a lot worse. We're actually still in this game. Now, double elixir, I can start really pressuring like crazy and forcing him to be on the defensive a lot more than he was in single. So I think this is good. The Fire Spirit, of course, does 3 billion damage every time it jumps on tower. I would assume they'll nerf that in the next balance change. I don't really know. I feel like it's been one of those cards that's definitely should have gotten nerfed a while back, kind of like some other stuff in this game. But just going to go wall breakers other lane to pressure because we might have to do some split lane pressure here. Potentially early on. So let me go for the bats plus Fire Spirit like this, then Marcher right here. Delivery on top of this wizard. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nice. Okay, we're chilling. I need to go for the bomb tower up top, though, to stop that giant and that lumberjack evolution. That lumberjack evo is terrifying. If that gets to anywhere near my tower, we lose the game, so I have to kind of overspend. Let's go for the Fire Spirit Berserker. Oh my goodness, the rage spell is making things move so fast. I honestly couldn't even react in time, so that kind of sucks. But I'm going to go for the miner on the right-hand side here because we have the evo bats. No, he giants the middle. That sucks. I should have minored the left. I didn't know he was going to do that, of course, though. So the wall breakers still connect. We can still win this game, by the way. And we still have some decent chip on both sides. Like, if I really wanted to go right lane here, I still can. It's definitely worth it to slap down some cards on the right-hand side and make him defend. Look at these bats. The Evo bats got so much value. They still survived, and now I can go for another minor bats. He messed up on the defense right there. I can go for the wall breakers. He's going to be forced to fireball that, I think. Yep, there comes the fireball out on 0. And now, of course, since he just fireballed, we can go for the Marcher in the middle, and things have completely turned. You can see the deck just wearing him down time after time after time. You know, there's just no way for him to fully stop our damage. We're going to get damage eventually somehow in some way. So let me go for the bats. He's probably going to wizard on top of this if I had to guess. I'm just going to pop the ability early. That's a beautiful magic archer shot. I mean, dude, that is broken. Let's go delivery as well on top of the giant plus the lumberjack. That does get punched, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna have the defensive miner here. Oh, I low-key don't know how that berserker came back. I thought it was gone. That's why I did the miner, but I guess that's fine. We can evo wall breakers on defense. Don't forget, this is one of the better defensive cards in the game at just cleaning up things instantly. So let me go for the berserker. Let's get a marcher down again on top of these skeleton dragons. Go for the miner on the inside tile. Will we see a fireball from him? We do. So what I'm gonna do is go for the pressure early, so he's forced to defend with everything he has. Unfortunately, that one skeleton dragon might have just saved the game for him there, but now he just zapped, so I can just go for the bats, of course, get infinite value to those, and then we are completely chilling. I'm gonna go for the miner now while he's playing offense, because if I can just get a little bit of chip damage and then maybe a magic archer shot or two to finish off this game, we should be chilling. Now it might be a little bit close. That was a bad fireball by him though, because now he has like no way to really kill my Marcher, and the Marcher's gonna shoot and hit his tower from there. Bro, Marcher is so broken still. I genuinely hate this card. It should never be in Clash Royale. Up against Rava in this next one, gonna go for the Wallbreaker Split classical play right here. Goblin Hut comes down. Now, I hate that card, but I honestly haven't seen too much of it this season. I think that maybe it's been decently nerfed by now. It got like 4 different nerfs, I swear. The card is so hard to balance ever since, you know, they changed the way it worked. Man, Goblin Hut used to just spawn 1 Spear Goblin normally. Like, those were good times. I know that was only like a year ago, but dude, it feels like so much longer now. But I'm gonna go for the bats and then delivery on top of these archers right now. That was before they started all the weird stuff with the heroes and whatnot, but I think I could just pop the ability potentially. Never mind, he has the bar barrel, so I'm not going to do that. I was going to try and get a cheeky magic archer lineup right there, but we can just go for the wall breakers like this. That one barb stayed alive though, which is quite unfortunate. And then I'm just going to go for the bomb tower like this right here. I need my delivery. I don't have it though, which is quite bad. For this current situation, I think this should be the worst like amount of damage we take all game though, because if you think about it, we have bomb tower for the pigs, we have the skeleton, the delivery rather for the skeleton dragons, which is a great counter to them when I actually have it in rotation, and I really don't think we'll take much more damage than we did right there ever again in this match if I just play decently well. So he messes up the electro spirit right there. I'd say that's a decently big mistake. Wait, I can get the king tower activation off this. This will be huge, because for the reason I'm doing this is because I already have damage on the left hand side from that first push from him, so I'm just gonna let that go and then get the king tower, and that's going to help the piggies as well for the rest of the game. Even when I have the bomb tower down, it helps out a lot. So that's an interesting play. The berserker is going to connect on tower. I like this a lot. That was a great miner to get that on tower. Wow, berserker went crazy right there. You could say it went berserk. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. But he does have Fireball as well. This is a pretty popular deck as well. I've seen it a bit going around, but I haven't played it myself. I'm not sure if I will or not. I guess honestly, I'd just rather play base Piggies with the Queen. Maybe I'm not a huge fan of the Monk. That's probably why, but he could Goblin Hut this. He does indeed. So that's a 2-for-4 trade. We'll take that every time. And just kind of see what he wants to do going forward here. I don't really see how he's going to break through, and maybe as long as this monk doesn't get a ton of value that he has, we should be fine. I'm going to go for the dual lane pressure, though. This deck is all about the dual lane pressure. You don't want to get stuck in one lane. It's kind of similar to any other deck with no big spell, where you just want to make sure you have at least some pressure on both sides, and every once in a while slap down a wall breakers on the other side or a minor bats while they're defending your normal pushes and trying to keep their lower tower healthy. It's always worth it, I think, and always makes your opponent, you know, that's the whole reason this deck's so annoying, because you can pressure both lanes so quickly, so easily, and cheap. So I'm going to go for the wall breakers on this left-hand lane as well, and he's probably not going to defend them, I would guess. Now, he does go for the skeleton dragons, but that's, once again, 5 elixir for 2. Every time he's defending those wall breakers, we're getting a positive trade. Let's go for the berserker like this right here. He goes monk in the back, so I think it's time for me to go miner bats and just kind of spam the bridge here with some wall breakers too. Do those kite to that goblin hut? I don't know, actually. They do. Okay, sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. The evil wall breakers kite, I feel like, more than normal wall breakers, but just going to go for the berserker too. Unfortunately, he does go dragons at the exact same time, so that sucks, but it's all good. He might use the fireball here. Yep, I'm just going to pop my ability. Perfect dodge on the fireball. That is prime magic archer cheese right there, and that is why this card is always fundamentally stupid. But I'm going to go for the, whatever it's called, miner with the bats, and then wall breakers on the right-hand side. Can't speak today, apparently. I'm going to go for the bats right here. Also, the World Cup has started. And about to be watching the USA play in like an hour and a half from when I'm recording this video, so kind of excited about that. Hopefully they don't lose their first match. That would be pretty embarrassing. I'm not going to lie, but I don't have high hopes. I know they're not that good at football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. But let's go for the wall breakers like this right now, and then I can just go for the... Actually, low-key, I'm going to go other lane again. I know this is like just spam, but it's this entire deck is just spam. I don't even feel bad about it. I'm getting it out of my system, I guess, if you will. Let's go for the marcher at the bridge. Okay, that monk actually walked further than I thought it would right there. I'm still going to ability, though. That's still value. That's on tower, no? Oh, my goodness, dude. I mean, this deck is crazy broken, bro. Marcher is finally going to die because he does have Reflected, but I can just bomb tower the piggies. To be completely fair to the opponent, I'm pretty sure we have a 100-0 hard counter against him. Like, how is he supposed to break through delivery, bomb tower, Marcher? Like, genuinely. I'm going to Marcher the bridge again. Can we get a cheesy shot? Nah, but we can go for the ability, and then that's going to connect to tower, isn't it? Oh, my gosh, dude, that's crazy. Let's go for the miner in the back. The Marcher, oh, no, that's bad. That's really bad. I just let my evil bats die to nothing. Wait, did I just choke the game? No. I gotta get back to a delivery here for the skeleton dragons and then bomb tower for these piggies. Oh my gosh, that delivery value, guys. Holy moly. Got all 4 piggies and the dragons in there. That is absurdly okay. And he does once again go for the dragons, the bridge. I'm gonna go delivery once more. Miner on his tower, and we should be completely chilling right here. He does go for the pigs in desperation. There's really just no way he can break through, but yeah, this deck is broken. Try it out for yourself if you want, and of course, as always, enjoy the butch clip and have a good one. Peace.